What's going on, PEL? This is BNOM81 coming to you with Season 5, Week 15 predictions. First up, we got Giants and the Texans, and Levi is the only undefeated team left after some upsets in Week 14. So you have the Texans, who have already clinched their division, and this is an important game for the Giants. As you can look and see how cluttered the NFC East is, and probably the most competitive division in the PEL. As you can see, the Giants are 9-4, the Cowboys are 9-4, and the Redskins are 8-5. All three of these teams right now, I believe, are in the playoffs. As you can look, you see the Rams are the number 1 seed at 12-1. They got upset by the Raiders last week. Great win for Blake. Panthers are 9-4, leading the South. The Giants are right now 9-4, I guess, via a tiebreaker over the Cowboys, leading the NFC East. The Vikings are leading the NFC North to be the 4th seed. The Cowboys would be the 5th seed, and right now the Redskins would be the 6th seed. So all three of those teams right now, as of right now, are in playoff position. So the Bucks are sitting here at 8-5. Look like they might be the only other team. Cardinals, the Seahawks, and Packers all still have a pulse, but it's a faint one. So that's your NFC playoff type picture right there. So this is an important game for the Giants, and as you know, the Texans try to lock away home field advantage, I guess it's an important game for them too. Madden doesn't like undefeated teams, so that gives, as we saw last week, that gives Kyle a chance, and Kyle's a really good player, but I'm going to take Levi. So I'm going to say 27-20, Texans over the Giants. Next up, we got another big game in the AFC East. The Dolphins are 11-1-1, and the Patriots are 10-3. Now, last time these two teams hooked up, I think it was a 41-0 beatdown. We'll check the score, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. If you look at the AFC East, you have the Dolphins, who have already clinched the playoff spot, and they're actually in the 3 seed. We'll look at the AFC playoff picture. You have the 1 seed right now, who are the Texans, who are still undefeated. The Browns lost the Bengals last week in a tight one. That's his first loss. Then you have the Dolphins sitting here at 3, leading the East at 11-1-1, and the Patriots will be the 5th seed, chasing the Dolphins for the AFC East title, and that would put them in the first wild card slot, while Deontay is down here at 8-5, leading the West. You still have the Titans that are 8-5 after a fast start, and then he struggled, but he's starting to pick it back up. So he's still in there. The Ravens are still in there. We mentioned the Bengals that knocked off the undefeated Browns last week, and we have the Broncos still there, 8-5, and the Colts are also hanging in there at 7-6. So those are your AFC playoff teams, that are in contention as we go through this. So you see in the AFC East, you have the Dolphins, who have clinched the playoff spot, and the Patriots that are 10-3. So, and I will look, and I'm pretty sure that it was like a 41-0 beat down the last time these two teams played. Patriots are right here. Let's see. Yeah, 41-0. Dolphins beat down the Patriots. So, look like the Patriots would have revenge on their mind, but I still see the Dolphins in that high-powered offense getting it done. We'll say 33-17. Dolphins over the Patriots, as they all but salt away the AFC East. Patriots will still be 10-4 in a good spot. So next up, we got the Jets and the Steelers. The Steelers will get the 4th win, as that gets Jerome another win. I'm on auto, so this will give Tristan another big win, as he still looks to lock down or keep pace with the Texans up here, and also look for that first round bye, maybe that number 2 seed over these Dolphins. Next up, we got the Bills and the Bengals. Well, like the Bengals have the 4th win. That'll get him to 9-5, as he looks to hang in there. 2 years in a row, I think he's been 10-6 and missed the playoffs. So Bengals are right there again. Next up, we got the Bucks and the Saints. We just saw that the Bucks are 8-5, and this will get him to 9-5. So this is a huge win for the Bucks here, as he looks to keep pressure on the Redskins and those those other playoff teams like the Cowboys. So, and also the Giants who play the Texans up here, who, if they were to fall, that would jumble them in the wild card mix too. Next up, we got the Chiefs and the Jaguars. Looks like Chiefs will get the first win over the Jags. Not sure if Jeff went on auto or not. I wouldn't be surprised. He and I talk a lot about how frustrated we are with this game. So looks like the Chiefs will get the home win there. Next up, we got the Bears and Lions. Force win for the Bears. Ed is a good member of this league. He, no matter how frustrated he gets, he just keeps on playing, and we appreciate you, Ed. So that'll give him a win. Next up, we got the Titans and the Colts. Now, this is a big game towards that wild card. The Titans are 8-5, and the Colts are 7-6. So this is a huge game to see, pretty much lose or leave town match right here. If the Titans win, they get their 9th win. The Colts win, they get the tiebreaker over the Titans. Well, I guess they play twice in a season. Let's take a look and see who won the first time between the Colts and the Titans. And get down here to the Titans and see. Titans and Colts is what we're looking for. Oh. So they haven't played twice. This is the first game, so these two games are going to be huge. I'm telling you. I just think the Colts are better built. I know the Titans, well, Scooby had them for a while, and so the Titans should be, but E. Warren, has talked about how bad the roster is and how he needs to get it straightened out. So give me the Colts in this one, as the Titans have overachieved, but this will hurt their playoff chances, but they get another chance in week 17 to take down the Colts. So I'll take the Colts 30-21. Next up, huge game in the NFC East. We saw this earlier, where the Cowboys are, I believe they have their 9th win, and they were 9-4, and the Redskins are 8-5. I believe this is how this was. NFC East, 9-4, 8-5. This will either jumble up this NFC East and wild card mix even worse if the Redskins can knock off the Cowboys, or the Cowboys can actually all but knock out the Redskins. So it's a huge game in the NFC East and the wild card. Huge game right here between the Cowboys and the Redskins. I don't know, man. I know Lee's having a great season and really doing well, but I got to take Ragjob, and he's traditionally just a very solid player. He's been good all Madden long. In fact, he's been good at Madden for years. He's just a really good player. He's very consistent, and I big game. I'm gonna take. Sorry, Lee. I'm gonna take Ragjob. His offense is always good, and this game is patched towards offense, and not old school guys like myself and Lee. This game doesn't benefit us. I'm gonna take Ragjob in this one. We're gonna say 28-21, and a good one. Redskins at home get the win. Next up, we got the Panthers and Seahawks. The Panthers sit there at that 2nd seed. I know that the Seahawks have a great roster, but Matt has been great all for several years in a row. Just game that he should win, he's just generally going to win it. So give me Matt in this game. We'll say 24-16. Next up, we got the Rams and the 49ers. Eric has started some online classes, and he has went on auto as he tends to his school, and that gives Bugatti this win that he needs. So as Bugatti looks to cruise towards the playoffs. Next up, we got the Raiders and the Broncos. Interesting game here because the Broncos are at 8-5, and the Raiders just come off a huge win, defeating the perceived Rams. So Blake's feeling pretty good about itself right now, and could knock the Broncos out of contention. And I'm going to go with a hot hand here. I'm going to go with the Raiders. He got the win over the Rams. He must be doing something right now. So give me the Raiders an upset. We'll say 21-17. Raiders over the Broncos. Damaging playoff hit for the Broncos. But it's not that damaging because you got Deontay versus Caleb here in a big game too. As the Ravens, I believe the Ravens they're 8-5 too. I think all in that jumbled mess. As Deontay looks to salt away the West, this is a big game right here. This has a lot of playoff implications. As you can see, the Chargers are at 8-5, and the Broncos are 8-5. So they play Blake, and this is the AFC West up for grabs here. And then you have the Ravens, who are generally a playoff team who can't run down Tristan, but they're 8-5. And Deontay was out for a while, and his roster is not right. And I believe I'm just gonna have to take Caleb. Caleb just doesn't make any mistakes. And if Deontay had the roster, I don't know, I'd never pick against him. But this game just doesn't seem tailored to Deontay. We're not used to seeing Deontay at 8-5. He's usually at 12-1 or 13-0 right now. I'm gonna have to take Caleb in this game in a close one. We're gonna say 30-27, field goal win by Caleb at the gun to beat Deontay and help the Broncos out in the AFC West. Next up, we got the Vikings and the Cardinals. The Vikings lead the North, all but have that thing wrapped up. I think the Packers are at 6-7 or 7-6 or something like that, but the Vikings are at 9-4. And Cody is playing it out, and he's been playing pretty well. He just can't seem to quite get over the hump. It's because he had to play people like Aaron in that offense. And Aaron, we're going to say this one's 27-17 Vikings over the Cardinals. And last but certainly not least, we have our Thursday night game, Packers and the Eagles. We'll take the Packers in this one. This might get the Packers back to 500, I think, at 7-7. Take the Packers in this one. We'll say 24-13. All right, guys, that is a look at the playoff race, Season 5, Week 15 predictions. Good luck to everybody this week as we come down the stretch towards playoffs. Catch you later. Bye.